We will get to her meeting you guys in a moment, but there are maybe one or two other things. Jim, we will get to you real quick. You've had recently a sort of religious crisis, a crisis of faith, I think. A little bit. How does your character feel about what they learned?
Very confused. He has to constantly fight the urge to go basically like grab Kimber and shake her while asking her questions.
That is rough. You will notice from time to time that certain parts of your day, it almost looks like in a reflection or over your shoulder, there may be someone watching you. They're never there. It's always just someone in your peripheral vision. It's like a constant watcher until like kind of at last. What do you do to relax? You just play the background world, right?
Yeah, lately.
Do you have many friends on there?
Probably mostly a solo guy because he doesn't quite understand how the game works.
You get a private message from someone named BW. The message just says, "Hello, Jim."
Oh, he'll type back just hello.
And then it says in response, "Stay the course."
Who is this?
You can see the thing where it says somebody's typing, and it just says, "It's me."
Who is me?
What are you doing online in the game?
Probably leveling.
Grinding mobs or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, they all drop dead.
Oh no.
You get no experience. You get no loot. And once they all die, like kind of figures begin to rise up out of their corpse. Weird skeletal faces, almost like ghostly phantasms, begin to rise up, like planted in the corpses. And they kind of waver a bit. And then one of them begins to speak. And it just says, "It's me." And then they all begin to repeat that. "It's me, it's me, it's me, it's me."
Jim is so confused. He'll type in the private message, goddess?
Once you type that in, you get a message that says, "This user does not exist."
Oh,
And the phantasms disperse.
darn it.
Stay the course, Jim. Stay that fucking course.
Whatever course that is.
Yeah, whatever course that is. It's a bit confusing, but you will notice as you play the background world, your character is getting pretty good loot from then on. Like pretty good loot, pretty good drops. Stuff that makes you well equipped for PvP in the game. Like it has the right stats for that. What is your class in the background world?
Boringly, he's probably exactly what he is in real life, which is a man with a big sword.
Okay. You get a sword in the game that has explicitly the ability to execute players that are like at quarter health.
Oh, good.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking powerful, actually. If you were to look around at any guides or just ask anyone in the game, you would know that this is a fairly high level enchantment to be on a weapon for a guy like you to have. They would probably accuse you of hacking, accuse you of being with those 7 rings bastards. Give me a night roll. Like your character actually runs into a PvP encounter. It was a 3. It's a pretty even fight. Somebody moves in on your grind and tries to attack you, but you get them to the point where they are at a quarter health. What do you do?
Well, it is just a game, so he'll execute if he can.
Yeah, the player will say, "Wait, no!" And then they'll just drop dead, like dissolve into pixels once you execute them. And you see a little sign over their body that you've never seen before. Just says goodbye.
Oh, do they still exist in the game?
No, their body is dissolved. It's not there anymore. They dropped some loot, though. It's pretty good loot.
Okay, good. Yes, he did murder a game person. It's a game.
It's just a game.
Yeah, it's just a game.
Goodbye. Yeah, that's your experience so far. Kev would probably see you playing this game so into it. And how into it are you, actually?
He probably gets fairly into. He's more into it now that apparently his god is in the game. So
Every now and again, Kev will just stand at the doorway and stare at you like your dad watching you waste your life playing video games. But that's your experience there. Having really weird times in the background. The background world is a really weird game. The more you play it, I don't know how much experience your character would have of playing video games, but even if you were like a frequent video game player, it's got some strange mechanics and randomness to it sometimes that make it seem like it's a little off. I'll say that. There'll occasionally be encounters and characters and NPCs that are just odd. And since the Wild Frontier update, they've been behaving even more strangely. You could, for example, with an NPC in a dialogue tree, just hold like an hour-long conversation about something really mundane. And it seems to generate all the text that you would expect and just hold a conversation like accordingly. It's really, really in-depth, I guess, script writing.
yeah.
Talk to an onion farmer about the crops that year for for a long, long time. It's easy, very easy to get immersed in this game, very easy to get hooked, almost like real life or something. That's your experience as far as like the goddess goes. There are reports from people at the higher levels that the forces of the Bad Witch are becoming a little bit more aggressive with people whenever they venture into away from the wastelands which the Bad Witch inhabits and go into the more civilized areas or the settlements that guilds have been setting up for their push out into the wild frontier itself. Occasionally, like a knight or servant of the Bad Witch will just walk through and just start eliminating the shit out of people, and very easily do so. Just walk and cut a swath through like a crowd of players and just keep walking and then just disappear. So the random events are getting a little bit more exciting now.
Cool. Immersive game.
Yeah, very immersive, very dynamic. That's what your character is doing when you are not playing video games. Kev will be forcing you to train and listen to him complain about various joint pains that he has, things of that nature. Yeah, complain about lawn height, definitely, about the neighbors. So yeah, everyone kind of like has their get ready go thing. I guess we just Nia and Jeff cover that real quick. Nia, you've gotten your rocket skates by now. Where do you want to train with them?
Nia would make her way to like the first roof and throw herself off.
Give me a razzle dazzle roll. So you just throw yourself right the fuck off. But what maneuver are you actually trying to pull here?
She just like throws herself off and then like immediately starts to go up way too high and just start like doing in the sky, just kind of like judging how the boots work. But like starting at a level that's way too high. Like you shouldn't do that on your first try.
Jeff is just watching you sitting on the edge of the roof eating from a bag of popcorn. He doesn't seem bothered. He doesn't seem overly concerned. He's just watching you. Occasionally he'll just pause and look if it looks like you're about to descend or crash. And then if it looks like you're safe, he'll just go back to eating the popcorn. Big Time is sitting next to him.
Also watching.
Yeah, also watching.
She might like drop down and then like turn it off on the last second to like stop next to him and be like, Jeff, this is so much fun.
Yeah. Gives her like a thumbs up.
Even Big Time's watching me.
It's like when a kid does something and they're like, look.
Look,
what I can do.
Much.
Yeah. Either entertained or impressed. It's hard to tell with Jeff, but he is definitely paying attention and definitely watching. And your cameraman is watching. It seems like you have got this fairly figured out. The rocket boots are not too dissimilar to maybe some of the gravity toys or boots that you've used in the gravity parks, or just like with other street stylers that were messing around with fun little technology things. They're way more powerful and they are intuitive to use, but they're not overly complicated to operate with that. Like there's just a more vertical version of the skates you're already used to.
He's getting way too into it and probably like going up too high. It's a good time.
Once you get up to a certain height, you feel your bracelets start to beep and vibrate.
She'll just turn off the boots and let herself fall for a bit to go back to Jeff so that she didn't explode. I found the distance.
Yeah, I noticed the bracelets started to go off. You almost killed us all.
And Jeff.
Yeah, you had fun though.
Good. She's just on the edge with him.
I'm glad there's a warning system.
Well, when Rich Tan exploded too.
Yeah, true. Yeah, Rich totally blew up. Well, whatever. We didn't die. That's always nice. I'm always grateful to be alive and to share a snack with a friend.
He takes a deep breath and is like, yeah.
And you.
Oh, I guess Big Time is your friend then?
Yeah, he just starts laughing. I'm messing around. We're friends. And then he just offers her some more popcorn.
He looks unsure, but she takes it.
Over your time with Jeff, this kind of like last week, he has been taking his training a little bit more seriously than prior. He hasn't gone on any dates, like where he takes a woman out on a date and forces you to go. He would like introduce you as like an assistant or something, or an intern, and pretty much just schmooze and wine and dine a lady who usually like seemed very, very interested in everything he had to say, but he didn't seem too interested at all. It's almost like he's just doing it for the appearances so everyone can see him out. The nice lady. Yes, actually they would recognize her as Nia Nova occasionally. Yeah.
If they recognized her, she would just be like, yeah, it's for a promotional thing, and like shake their hand. She'd be like really friendly to them.
Yeah.
She doesn't want to disturb his good time.
Jeff appreciates that you play along with that. But as a good time thing, it just seems like it's going through the motions for him. Like he just does it to do it, and like afterwards would just complain about how boring they were.
Why don't you take them someplace more fun, Jeff?
Oh yeah, like where?
Like hang gliding.
We hang gliding. I'm gonna take them hang gliding. I used to do that. I don't do it anymore. Take
Why
them hang
not?
gliding. I mean, because one of them broke their back. Okay.
Ow, really?
Yeah, and then what? I get a lawsuit about it, and then like it's all in the news. Jeff, death cursed Jeff, broke some poor supermodel's back with hang gliding, and then what do I want? I don't need that on my brand. So I decided from then on, not going to take any of my dates, do anything super risky like that, unless they sign a non-liability thing, in which case I guess everything's fair game.
Fine one, we can go hang gliding.
We can go hang gliding? Why? You're not my date.
You don't have to date a hang glide, Jeff.
Yeah, whatever. Maybe we can go hang gliding. I don't know. I guess I'd be into it.
Come on, it sounds fun. Something to look forward to after we defeat aliens, right?
I guess.
You want to do something else? You said lunar bugging once.
That is true. I'd love to go lunar bugging. I miss it so much.
Do it. Come on, it would be so much fun, Jeff. You can do tricks with it now, too. Oh, I mean, have my camera after, but we can do tricks.
Let's just go right now.
Really?
Yeah, why not?
We're supposed to be training.
This is training.
It is. I mean, I guess you are learning big time stuff.
Wait a second here. I'm older, I'm wiser, I'm richer, I am more successful, I am a very powerful stand user. I think I know what training is.
Okay. I am your sidekick, so you are training me.
Correct.
We also need to pick up our new costumes.
Do we?
I would like to get out of Avicii's colors.
Yeah, I can understand that. All right, no problem.
Okay, and then we go lunar bugging.
Your costumes. What are you picking up? You're going to like a store to get?
I would assume she'd get an astronaut costume, but in whatever Jeff colors he wants, and probably match the boots.
He wears a lot of silver and blue and white, so that's fine. You can get nice customized, custom fit. He'll even throw in on it.
Nice.
Because you got to look cool if you're running with Jeff Lynn.
Yeah.
Does Nia have like a symbol that she likes to wear on her clothes?
There's usually a star on her belt, which is actually matching on Big Time. Otherwise, it's just like stars and hearts. But she'll match whatever, as long as you don't change her belt, she'll match everything else. So maybe like wing symbols for Jeff. Well,
Jeff does wings, but he'll get you a fancy star for your new outfit. He'll just lean in and be like, "It's a cosmic gem, that star."
Really?
Don't tell anybody. It's a new type of mineral, artificially constructed. If you examine it under a microscope, you can actually see a replica of the Milky Way inside of it, down to the exact details of every planet, meteor in it. It takes a long time to make one. Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. You sure you want to put this on me?
Well, yeah, because you'll probably lose it right away.
Well, you'll probably get hit, and then it will break.
Yeah, exactly.
Are you trying to make me feel bad, Jeff?
No, you don't get it, see. The more valuable something is and the more risk that it takes, the cooler it is. That's all about raising the stakes. Got to live on the edge. You know what I mean?
Okay, I think I get it.
Right, good. Because you're going to wear this in the battle, and if it breaks, that means that you got to then have a dramatic moment where you look with tears in your eyes at the enemy and swear vengeance, and then just do a new power thing. Yeah, just get a whole new power. Ooh, maybe like shoot lasers out of your eyes or something, or turn twice the size and then sort of green, and then pick them up and crush them in your hands.
I mean, I usually have to have a hero moment for that to happen.
No, the hero moment is that's an expensive gem.
Yeah, but it would be more like if they tried to hurt you, Jeff, and I would kick them in the face.
I don't cost nearly as much as that gem. I'm gonna be honest. Like my value, I mean, as a human being, it's incalculable. But physical, material wise, I think I'm probably like probably a couple $1,000s. Well, I don't know, actually. I'm a pretty fine cut of beef.
If I had to choose you or the belt, I would choose you, Jeff.
Really?
Yeah, of course.
You're not even going to think about it? You should really consider these things.
No.
Oh,
I can replace the belt. Can't replace Jeff Lynn.
That's actually not true. Apparently somebody did make me once, so maybe they'll just make me again.
Oh, yeah, is kind of weird.
Actually, now that I think about it, maybe I could just make a whole line of Jeffs. The Jeff Lynne line.
There's a lot more U2s, and that's really cool, but I don't know about more Jeffs.
Thousands of Jeffs. Millions.